Hello my dudes, and welcome back to my little corner of the internet. If you're new here, and a lot of you are, hi, I'm Evan, and I knit things. And if you're a regular, welcome back. I'm so glad you're all here. Welcome to all the new subscribers. We've had a bunch recently. Thank you so much. And today I have for you podcast episode 15. Today for me is Friday, April 23rd. I've got 2 weeks worth of stuff to show you. I've got 2 finished objects. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 5, I can't remember, whips to talk about, and a whole bunch of acquisitions. Got some more birthday stuff. So, that being said, let's jump right in to finished objects. The first one, you can probably tell I'm wearing. This is the Nolita Tank by Tori. It is currently still in testing. The testing period goes until June 12th, I think. So it should be coming out shortly after that. This is knit up. The main color is Knit Picks Woolen Cotton. It's a DK weight, 50% cotton, 50% merino. It's really nice. And then this pink is Knit Picks Hawthorn DK, which was left over from my stripe hype. And I think this color is called Turkish Delight, I think. Anyway, so I knit the size 4. It's your pretty standard tank. It doesn't fit quite as nicely as my Palm Springs tank, but I do like it. It's DK versus fingering weight, so I'm not entirely sure how much use I'm going to get out of this. I think this will be more of a spring-fall than an actual summer knit. But I did love that it knit up so quickly. It knit up super fast. And yeah, there's I-cords on all the edgings. So if you don't have an I-cord tool, I would suggest you get one if you want to make this design. Because I don't know about you, but I hate knitting I-cords, first of all. And second of all, with this much all the way around and all the way around, like these aren't shallow armholes, they're kind of deep. And then all the way around the bottom hem too will take forever. I have a cordsmith from Size Inclusive Collective Autumn over there. Highly recommend. She has 3 sizes now, mini, regular, and then she's a bigger one. But I forget what it's actually called. I used the regular for this, and I think it was perfect. So insert clip of what the whole thing looks like while I'm wearing it. Okay, so that's everything about the Nolita Tank. Finished object number 2. You're never gonna believe it. I mean, you probably will, but I finished my book club cardigan. Finally, after putting it down last October, after starting it last August, I finally finished it. This is the book club cardigan by Sari Nordlund. I did make a decent number of modifications to this, but here it is. Insert clip so you can see the whole thing. Okay, modifications I made. First of all, when you cast on at this back panel here, this is not where it tells you to start the cable. It tells you to start the cable and it's craziness and it has a crazy line. Well, I hated that, so I made them line up. I mean, as best as I could. Like, none of the lineups are perfect, but that's infinitely better. So that's the first modification. Second mod, I made the body like, I think 2 or 3 cable charts longer than it should have been. Mod 3, I did the sleeves for the next size up. So like I knit the size 3 for the body, but I did the size 4 sleeves because I had originally done like the sleeves regular and they were way too tight. And honestly, when I tried this on before blocking, the sleeves were still way too tight. I had to really aggressively block them to get them to not be like skin tight. And I hate tight sleeves. So I probably could have even added a few extra stitches to the sleeves. But they're only tight like in this region now. Like right on the forearm there, and I think I can live with that. Let's see, is that all the mods? I think that's all the mods. I did the pockets as was said to, and they are really small and completely useless, but they look nice, I guess. Like it looks like, oh, a cute little pocket. Yeah, well, okay, that is not a useful pocket. I mean, pockets in knitwear aren't usually very useful anyway because they stretch so much, but whatever. It has a pocket, okay? The buttons I got in Ireland last year. Oh, the yarn. You guys want to know about the yarn. The yarn is La Bien-Aimée Cori Confetti in the colorway Greybow 1. And yeah, I finally finished it. It took almost a year, but it's finished. This is my second to oldest whip. In the Treehouse Knits Discord, they started doing a make-along challenge every month, and May's part of it was finishing your oldest or one of your oldest whips. So I really wanted to get this done for that, and I did. So now I just gotta tackle my Polygon Blanket, right? Okay, so that's finished objects. Hold on, I need to plug my camera in. Camera's plugged in. Let's hope nothing moves. Okay, so whips. Okay, let's talk cross stitch first, since that's what we usually do first. Okay, here's the cross stitch I'm currently working on. It is Mario. We've got Bullet Bill and his little tube, and then we've got a bloopy blooper here. Can you see him at all? Like, he's white. There's other colors in there that I haven't worked on yet that will hopefully make him stand out a little better. Otherwise, I think I'm gonna have to outline him. Like, okay, there's back stitching around all of the tubes, but there's not back stitching around these guys. Like they're in rainbow order. So here's black. He's like supposed to be gray, I guess, but his color is white in the pattern, and I get it because they are white, but it doesn't say to not use white fabric for this pattern, and he's not outlined, so I don't know how we're gonna see him. Can you see him? I don't know. Anyway, so I'll have to figure that out when we get to that point. Next is my Doppio. This is patterned by Seunghee. I am knitting this up for the Explorer Knits and Fibers Doppio Knit Along. I actually don't know when that goes till, so I may fail. Because I had a big problem with this week. Yarns, I am using Desert Panda Fiber Arts for the Sari, Dream in Color Smooshy Cashmere for one of the fingering weights, and then the other fingering weight I am alternating 2 skeins from a dyer that I don't support anymore. So here's where we are. Yes, I know we were further than this last time, or maybe you weren't further than this last time you saw it. I don't know. Anyway, this week I finished the body and went to try it on before I started the bottom hem, and it was 6 inches too large around the bust. Because I didn't swatch for this because I had made one before. Yeah, that was great. And by great, I mean awful. So I had to unravel back to about here. I had about that much that I was able to keep. So I unraveled. It took like 2 hours to unravel, because if you've ever had to frog something that you've been alternating skeins on, you know, and alternating skeins when held with other yarn. So like these two stayed the same the whole time, but this one alternated. So that was miserable. And then I tried to just continue knitting with the giant pile of yarn that I had, but that didn't work very quickly, and I knew it wouldn't, but I figured I'd try anyway. So then I had to spend another 3 hours separating all of the yarns to get back to knitting. So needless to say, this one has been somewhat in timeout. I did get back to sleeve separation and knit like 3 rounds just so I could try it on and make sure that this will fit this time. And so far it does. So far. But yeah, that was miserable. But let's put a marker on here for where I am now. Here's the marker we're going to use. It's a little mirrored anatomic heart from Twin Mountain Handcrafts. So we'll put this on here for next week. Alright, so here's the Doppio. I'm still a little mad at it. But it'll be beautiful whenever I finish it. Next whip. Oh, I actually forgot a whip downstairs. Oh well, I'll just tell you. I did work on my 1/4 book socks some, and I knit some stripes, and I will show you that more next week because I'm not going downstairs to get it because I forgot about it. Okay. I did work on my Polygon Blanket. The Polygon Blanket is a pattern by TinCanKnits. You knit 900,000 of these little hexagons, and then you join them all together. I knit 2. I actually knit 1 last night and 1 this morning. So I really want to finish this because I really want to knit with my Advent from last year. But I don't really want to have 2 blankets on the needles at the same time again. So I really want to work on this a lot for the next week or so. We'll see. We'll see. I need to, like, I don't even know where I'm at with how many hexagons I need versus how many I have, because I don't think I've written it down accurately. I think I need to actually like count them, because according to this I have 45 wholes and 9 halves, but I'm not sure if that's true. So I will do a count this week, figure out how many I actually need, and we'll go from there next time. hopefully. And hopefully I have some progress on that. Because, like, if I actually have 45, I think, like, the absolute minimum that I need is 128. So that's, like, that's a big leap. Like, in my brain of wishes and dreams, I finish the Polygon Blanket in May, and then in June I can start this beautiful rainbow project for Pride Month. But I don't think that's actually doable, just that's what I want to happen in imaginary land. So, we'll see. And then if I do that, obviously nothing else is going to get worked on, but, you know, I think I'm okay with that. I don't know. I don't know. Okay, we'll see. Okay, we'll see. The last whip is a new cast on that I actually just cast on this morning. I will show you the swatch. Since I finished 2 things this week, I wanted to cast on something else from my Make 9. And I knit the swatch for my Helianthus tank by Andrea Gaughan. So here's my swatch. The yarn is Knitting for Olive Cotton Merino. We've got 3 different colors. We've got navy blue, pearl gray, and lime yellow. And then, just so I could show you guys, I cast it on and knit 1 round this morning. It's bottom up, so this took forever. I have never in my life had to cast on 318 stitches, and I would not like to ever do that again. That was absurd. Ew. I am making some modifications to this pattern. I am starting with the size 5, and then by the time since it's bottom up, by the time I get to the bust, I want the bust area to be a size 4. So, I did the math to figure out where I need to start decreasing, so we should be good to go. Because I like more ease in the belly than in the bust for tank top type things. So, that is all the knitting, and actually I meant to show you my spinning. I have been spinning this week. I've been working on the Coriadale that I got from Amazon. I meant to show you my 1 finished bobbin. I will hopefully finish the 2nd bobbin tomorrow and then ply on Sunday maybe. So then I'll have another finished yarn. Because I have so much fiber now that I am dying to spin something colorful, because I've literally only spun white or gray and it's getting a little boring. It's good practice though, like really good practice. Next, we're not going to talk goals because I don't want to. We're going to see what happens, and whatever happens is what happens, and that's fine. Summer's just kind of that way for me. The kids finished school last week, so we are in summer mode now, and I can do whatever I want, and I don't have to have a schedule. What am I wearing? We already talked about that. What else? So then I guess we're into acquisitions. So, acquisition number 1, this skein of yarn from the Knitted Whit. This is their DK base, and the colorway is Take a Hint, and it's 100% superwash merino. I got this from my BFF for my birthday. I think this will make a really awesome hat or some DK socks, but it's a really cool color. And then I told you earlier about the Treehouse Knits monthly make-along. Well, for April, they do prizes if you enter. I won one of the prizes for completing, there was 3 objectives, and I think I did all 3. So I won this sock set from February Fiber Co. This is from the Empyrean collection, and this colorway is called We Don't Eat Our Allies, which I love. That's Andarna, if you didn't know. Well, Andarna wanted to eat the allies, and Terrence said, don't eat your allies. And this is their fancy sock base, which is a 90-10 superwash nylon. So there's some really cool colors in there. I originally thought this one was all black, but now I can see in the light here that it's black and blue, so that's cool. I don't know what I'll do with this, but it's pretty and I like it. Okay, this one I bought myself. Red Door Fiber Studio Kate had her Studio Ghibli collection. I'm obsessed with Studio Ghibli. I love them so much, and I didn't want to buy yarn. I wanted to buy fiber, so I had to get Sophie's Castle. It's just so pretty. This is the Australian Merino. Now I have never spun merino, so we'll see how it goes. I've only spun Peruvian Highland wool and Corriedale, so we'll see. So I got this. It's so pretty. I don't think this will be my next spin, but it's gorgeous and I love it. Now, my parents got me a $50 Etsy gift card for my birthday, and I got fiber from a farm called Jakira Farms. They had a whole bunch of different breeds, so I got 3 different breeds to try. First, I got this, this one's Targi, and it's super rainbow. This one is going to be so fun to spin. So I got the Targi. These are 4 ounces. And then I got, this one is a Rambouillet and Tussa silk blend, 80/20. And then finally I got this merino. So I have a little bit of everything in my fiber collection now. I've got, in my closet over here, I have a BFL, a Polwarth, a Shanico. Now we've got 2 merinos, but they're different merinos. This says it's silver merino, and this is Australian merino. I don't know if they're actually different or not, but... And then we've got the Rambouillet silk and a Targi. So we have to spin them all and see which one I like the best. But yeah, lots of fiber. So that's all the acquisitions. I know it's a lot. It's a lot of acquisitions. But you know, that's what happens at birthdays. So there probably won't be any acquisitions for a while. So then I guess all we have left is books. Let me see. When was our last podcast? My birthday, the 9th. So what have I finished since the 9th? Oh gosh. I'm in a slump right now, and I'll talk to you about that in a minute. Okay. Since the 9th, I have read Lore Olympus Volume 5, 4 stars. Guild, or that's by Rachel Smythe. Guild by Raven Kennedy. No. If I could give it no stars, I would. No. Fable for the End of the World by Ava Reed, 4.5 stars. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett, 4 stars. The Midnight Feast by Lucy Foley, 4 stars. Sunrise on the Reaping by Suzanne Collins. Infinite stars, but I am now broken. Thank you, Suzanne. Everything I've read since then, I have hated and has sucked. By comparison, I hate everything. I don't want to read anything. I don't want to listen to anything. I hate everything. My life is ruined. I realize I'm being very dramatic, but when I finish listening to the book that I'm currently listening to, only because it has to be returned to the library, I will be doing a Hunger Games reread, because I have a feeling that's the only thing that's going to fix me. Because I can't. Okay? If you haven't read it yet, and you like the Hunger Games, go do it. I mean, like, it took me this long because I had to wait for the hold from the library, and that took forever. But there are no words. Moving on. I'm not even going to tell you the star ratings on anything else because I was probably really mean and we'll have to fix it later. So it's unimportant. The only book that I haven't hated since then, I will talk to you about when we get to it. Dead Man's Folly by Agatha Christie. Everything is Tuberculosis by John Green. Okay, that one gets 5 stars. That is the only one that I have not hated since I finished Sunrise on the Reaping. Lore Olympus Volumes 6 and 7 by Rachel Smith. And The Spell Shop by Sarah Beth Durst. Now, what am I currently reading? 9,000 Things, and I hate all of them. Brett and I are still reading Onyx Storm by Rebecca Yarros. And you know, I'm just really not loving it. Maybe we're just taking too long to read it and I can't really get into it, but like, she keeps just making me really mad. Six of Crows by Leigh Bardugo. Yarnitecture by Jillian Moreno. I'm almost finished with that one. Rules for Ghosting by Shelley J. Shore. And Here We Go Again by Allison Cochran. So, that's books. If you have ideas to fix me after Sunrise on the Reaping, please let me know. That's all I've got to tell you guys about for this week. Next week, hopefully I will have some Polygon progress for you, and I will attempt to remember to show you my book socks. I only caught up like halfway. I have a lot. I have like 20 books that need to go into the socks. So, we'll see how that goes. Yeah. So, I will see you guys next time. Thanks so much for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me over on Instagram for more daily life stuff. I am trying to be posting like in stories more often over there. I'm really bad at it. But yeah, you can go follow me for mornings. I'm going to try to get back into the Daily Dork over there. So you can go check that out if that interests you. You can click that little notification bell to be notified of my next upload so you don't miss anything. And I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for stopping by. I love you all. Bye!